In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to find similarly situated companies using the SBA Dynamic Small Business Search tool. So I always say not all small businesses are created equal. So a lot of times when you ask a small business, who are your competitors, they go on listing these companies that in a true small business set aside situation that they would never really compete with. So I want to kind of show you how to find those companies that have the same financial and operational capacity that your company has. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so I can show you how to find those companies using the Dynamic Small Business Search. Okay, so this is the Dynamic Small Business Search tool, and I'll go ahead and leave the URL for you guys so you can find it later. But when I go to the tool, I can put in any query that I want. If I'm looking for folks that are in my state that have the same NAICS code that I have, that is has the same social economic designators that I have, I can find them. I can even find someone that has the same amount of employees that I have, or either like the same annual revenue that my company is generating. So we'll come up with I guess, a faux scenario here. So let's say that I am a company in Virginia. So I'm going to go ahead and put Virginia here. And I'm a woman-owned small business. And I'll select this ownership and self-certifications here. And the reason why I'm selecting this one and not this one up here is because these are government certifications that are verified by the SBA or a third party. So not all woman-owned small businesses have that third-party designator, so a lot of them are still self-certified. So I'm going to go ahead and select this self-certification here. And let's say that I'm operating under NAICS code 541611, which is the General Management and Consulting NAICS code, which is a pretty popular one. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. And let's say I have 3 employees and I make about $500,000 a year in annual revenue. So I'm going to put my 500K in here. And so I want companies that make no more than 500K. So if I'm looking for companies that make at least 500K, then of course I would go ahead and select this one. And I'm just going to leave the rest of this stuff blank, because when you are a lot of small businesses, this information that ends up in a dynamic small business search kind of feeds over from SAMS, the System for Awards Management, and not a lot of companies, they don't fill out all the information. So if I put all of this additional stuff in here, I may not get what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it blank and put that basic information here. And then I'm going to run my search to see what I find. So I'm ultimately going to get to see how many companies that are in Virginia that are woman-owned small business that have at least 3 employees or have no more than 3 employees. So that's anywhere from 0 to 3, or I'm sorry, from 1 to 3, and that are making up to $500,000 a year in annual revenue. So here are my results here. So based on the criteria that I entered, there are almost 1,500 companies that I would say that are similarly situated, that are in the Virginia area, that have no more than 500K a year, that have up to 3 employees. So if an agency sets aside something for small business, so if you guys don't know, everything that's under 250K is automatically set aside for small business. For the most part, If it's a small simplified acquisition, these are the people that I will be competing with. Um, because a company that is making, let's say, 11 million a year in annual revenue, they may not be looking for the smaller procurements at this point. They're probably past that, and so they're looking for some of the bigger opportunities. So this is really the pool of people, ideally, that I would be kind of doing business with. Now, if I wanted to, I can go back and refine my search. And let's say I wanted to find, I was no longer interested in those companies in Virginia and said I want to kind of see who is in Maryland operating in that space. And so I'm going to keep the rest of the criteria the same and run a search, and let's see what what sort of difference that we get. So keeping everything the same, we're going to check to see who in Maryland is operating under NAICS code 541611. That is, a woman-owned small business has at least, or up to rather, 3 employees and are making up to 500K a year in annual revenue. And our results have come back, and it's a little less, almost 1,200 companies in the Maryland area. So in our next video, I'll show you how to identify the companies that may be in the target agency that you're looking to work with. And I hope this video was helpful for you guys.